pull my face down and like it pokes out my nose. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And after last week's video of being a very sexy, sweaty candy floss, second video and it is break time because otherwise I'm gonna die. Get this off me. I thought I kind of wanted like a little chilled video today, so I thought I would try Spirograph. I'm sure it was called Spirography or Spirography or something, but it's just called Spirograph. I think they've changed the name since I was a kid.
Who cares?
But about the Spirograph thing, and I'm sure we're all familiar with it. You kind of have the little plastic things and it makes really cool patterns. However, with this one, it's on like that black paper that you scratch off and there's like rainbows underneath. So it's extra special. So I thought we'd piss about with this today and see if I can create some really cool shapes, designs, and have lots and lots of rainbow fun.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Okay, so let's get into this, see what it's like. I have a good feeling of basically what it's gonna be like, but we never know, I might be surprised. Okay, so we've got like a nice little... Why? This takes away the fun of it all. A very large instruction pamphlet. I don't know why, you don't need instructions. It's so easy to do. I'm not reading that. Can't be asked. But if you don't know what to do, this little kit comes with an instruction booklet. We have some of the papers in different sizes. Gorgeous. We have a little scratcher pencil thing. And then various different sized little cogs that obviously you use to create the patterns. And then what's this? Oh, and that's the thing that you put them inside of. This is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I had a feeling I was going to make some like really big sheets, but these are absolutely like tiny sized. But never mind, never mind. So if no one's ever used one of these before, basically you get like a little plastic thing, you put your little disc in there, and usually you would use a pen and just like a normal bit of paper and do that, and then just kind of roll it around, and it makes like different patterns and stuff. That's all it is. It's very, very simple. Simple technology. But because this one's rainbow, it's gonna be way more fun.
It is it?
Alright, let's have a little tester. I'll go for this sized one. Oh, I can't remember how to do this. Oh, there we go. Oh, cute. See, and then you make really nice little patterns like that. That looks well nice, actually. It's a nice little first attempt. It's all silver, though. I thought these were rainbow. Or maybe it's like holographic, so it's like all the colours. For some reason, I thought this was going to be like loads of... Maybe each one's different coloured. I should really read the instructions. I've got my instruction booklet back. Yeah, I think some of them are like different coloured bits of paper underneath. I don't think they're all just silver. I hope so, because on the pictures, there's lots of rainbows and shit happening. Let's try a different bit of paper, see what happens with this one. Also, I'm finding it a little bit weird today, because I haven't actually recorded anything in about 3 weeks. I think going on 4 weeks now. It's been a long time.
How dare you do that to me?
No one will have noticed, because I record in advance. But that video, the candy floss video thing that I did, took way longer to edit than I thought it was going to, and I've just been mega, mega busy. In fact, I've been so busy that I ended up having a social life.
Suffering.
I know, I did something social.
Someone help me!
So I went for like a bottomless brunch with the girls from work.
Gay.
And it was a lot of fun actually, I really enjoyed myself. That social activity will get me through basically the entire year. I don't need any more social activity. That's literally done us for a long, long time. But I got very, very drunk. I had lots and lots of tequila. Yeah, it was quite nice actually, like doing something for once. Because I just don't do anything. I literally don't do anything. See, this one's silver too. Try going through a different hole as well. It's not the most pleasant sound. Maybe try and layer it with like another one, a slightly larger one. I feel like I just made a mess with that one. That one didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I tried layering them. I think they're all just kind of rainbow colours. I think it's all just basically holographic. I don't think there's any kind of special colours underneath. But obviously you can see like wider ones give a different pattern. Smaller, tighter ones give like more of a clustered kind of effect. But it's interesting.
Lies.
I remember I had one of these as a kid. Not obviously the sparkly rainbow version, just a regular drawn version. And I must have spent about 5-10 minutes using it, and then I got really, really bored. But I have seen people online do some really, really fun things with it. I feel like I'm getting confused. I don't know why it's confusing us for. I'm sure these used to be better made. I feel like my little pointer keeps slipping out the little discs. I'm sure it was, I don't know, it felt better made before. The one I had when I was younger did anyway. This just feels a bit half-assed. I don't know whether they've like skimped on the technology or what's going on, but I don't know. It's not as satisfying as I wanted it to be. Alright, let's try a different one. I'm trying to think as well about what's kind of gone on in my life, but I don't think really much has happened apart from bottomless brunch. I did go to the doctor's because I've got like this weird growth in my nose.
Oh my god.
I know, it's like gross and stuff. And anyway, I wanted to like obviously figure out what it was. And this doctor I saw, first of all, he said that I was a young man. Which I was very pleased about and really enjoyed and appreciated. So thank you for that. But then he like spouted out the word like cancer and stuff, which I don't think it is, by the way. So don't get like alarmed or anything. I don't think it's a cancer or anything. But he's referred us to ENT and stuff. But one thing that bothered us is he said, because I am a young man, which again, love that. It probably isn't cancer or isn't kind of any kind of cancer or anything like that. But young people get cancer all the time as well. And it kind of irritates us when doctors assume that younger people, their symptoms and the things that are going on with them aren't cancer related just because of their age. Yes, some cancers are more common the older you get, but I don't think you should rule out everything. But he's referred us to an ENT and stuff. I'm still waiting for my appointment. I'll probably get the appointment in 2 years' time. But I just want to like looking at and figuring out what it is. I did actually chop it off twice and it grew back the next day, so I cut it off and it bleeds profusely. It just doesn't stop bleeding, so I chopped it off with just a pair of scissors,
Obviously.
and then it grew back the next day, so then I chopped it off again, and then it grew back the day after, and I got sick of chopping it off because the blood that was coming out my nose was unreal. It just would not stop bleeding, so I've stopped doing surgery on myself and I'm waiting to see a proper doctor about it to figure out what it is. But I want it removing. If they don't remove it, I'm going to remove it myself and do something with it because it's irritating us. He did go through like a checklist of like symptoms related to cancer and stuff, so like face numbness and paralysis of the face and everything, which I don't suffer with, so I think that's a good sign. But I'll obviously keep you all updated on my nose growth situation.
Couldn't care less.
Of what's happening. It's literally, it's just inside this nostril. I'm not going to show anyone because it's weird. I can probably pull it out and play with it too. Not like pull it out of my nose and like bounce it around because that would be odd, but I can like pull my face down and like it pokes out my nose and then I can just kind of like play with it. It's almost like a jelly consistency. I also don't understand why I'm telling anyone this for, but it's an interesting thing that's happened to me and one of the most interesting thing that's happened to me in a long time, so I needed to share. I'm a proper oversharer. This is something I'm learning about myself. I just really overshare with anyone and everyone about anything.
We know.
Oh, this one's better. Right, let's try a different hole. I'm sure you can double these. I don't know whether I'm loving this like scratchy off thing. I don't know, it's not doing it for us. Like you do get some nice effects and stuff, but I don't feel like the scratchy stuff really works very well. I'm just gonna grab a pen and a bit of paper and see what it looks like with just regular pen, because I don't know whether I like that foil stuff. It's just very hit and miss. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Because this is the original way on how to do it. So you would just get a regular pen, or like coloured pens and stuff like that. It can just be a biro or whatever. And then, oh, see, this is nicer. I'm going the wrong way. It's so much better with a pen. It's a million times easier with a biro. Obviously, it doesn't look very good, but still, it's nicer. It feels nicer with a pen. With like a little scratchy tool, you get stuck. And I don't know, I kind of like the idea of it, but I don't think it's a particularly practical idea. I don't know, it just doesn't get me excited. A pen is just a lot more smoother. It's just like, look at that. It's like butter. It's so much smoother. A million times better. So much better. And then obviously, imagine that with like different coloured pens and stuff. Way better and a lot more satisfying than a stupid scratchy pencil thing. I think that just about does it for trying out this Spirograph Scratch and Shimmer Kit, the original. And it definitely wasn't as fun. Well, I was just about to say it wasn't as fun as I remember it being, but I remember it being pretty boring anyway. So it's pretty much the same thing I thought when I was a kid. Nothing's changed. I think you can get some nice little patterns and some fun little things happening, but I don't know, I just find it a bit boring. I also personally find it a little bit restricting, because obviously you're trapped inside this little circle and you can't get out. And I'm more of like a free, expressive kind of person. I don't like to be contained. But I understand why some people would like it, and fair enough, like, Good for yous. But hopefully you did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And also let me know if you have actually ever done one of these and used this. I'm assuming everyone in their lifetime at least once has tried to do one of these like spirograph things. I'll be very shocked if anyone hasn't. I also wanted to say a big thank you to Sue, Kate's Corner, and I'm assuming this person is Mare Bear, but I'm not entirely sure because they don't have a name, they've just got a picture. But I have a feeling it's Mare Bear. If I'm not, and I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but whoever this is, thank you all for becoming exclusive VIOs, you very important oranges, you. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video. I don't think I spent a lot of money on this, and I'm kind of happy because it was really underwhelming. I'm kind of happy that my thoughts as a child on something like this still align as like an adult. I haven't changed my mind on it. You would think sometimes over years things would change, but with Spirograph, nothing's really changed. Still think it's a bit shit.